Hello, and thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Colonel Cast News.
We hope you're ready for a wide variety of good stuff we have to share with you all.
We're here to talk about donuts, sports, academic team, and what's in the box.
Well, let's stop glazing over this and quick recall that intro. The month of March has come around, which means it's time to celebrate Women's History Month.
Women's History Month is a time to reflect on the courage of women in past generations and to celebrate how their efforts and bravery afforded women with opportunities and freedoms they have today.
When you think of women who have changed the course of history, you might think of Rosa Parks, Marie Curie, or Frida Kahlo. This month, we not only celebrate those famous women, but also every woman in our lives.
What started as a local celebration in Sonoma, California in 1978 gained national attention from other communities and was turned into a whole month of celebration by Congress in 1987.
The National Women's History Alliance designates a yearly theme for Women's History Month. The 2022 theme is Women Providing Healing, Promoting Hope. This theme is both a tribute to the ceaseless work of caregivers and frontline workers during this ongoing pandemic, and also a recognition of the thousands of ways that women of all cultures have provided both healing and hope throughout history.
I'm not just a girl. I have big ideas. I'm going to be a doctor.
As it turns out,
Fearless.
Earth in question was not.
I want to heal the sick. I'm going to make a difference. I want to tell stories. I love adventure. I have compassion. I can do anything I want to do. I am a trailblazer. I want to discover new things. I want to create change. I believe in justice. I want to explore the universe. I want to fly. I want to do something no one else has ever done. I believe girls can do anything. I want to change the world. I'm going to make history.
To celebrate this month at HCHS, we talked about some inspiring individuals about women who inspired them and how they try to inspire others.
So, why is Women's History Month important to you?
Women's History Month is important to me because it's celebrating women's differences, women's rights, and all those things. So,
What are some important inspirations to you from Women's History Month?
like people,
Yeah,
my mom,
your mom?
it's a big inspiration. All my friends, my grandma, all those people.
Right on.
Great.
Hi, I'm Lauren and I'm here with Miss Velvet Dowdy, and today we are going to figure out what woman or women have influenced who she has become today.
Well, hi. The person that influenced me most growing up and becoming who I am today is my grandmother, my father's mother. And even before I was born, her and my grandfather had divorced, so she'd become a very independent person. She was always very sweet, very loving, but she was also super protective. But she purchased her own home, she purchased her own cars, she took care of herself financially and in every way possible long before that was considered something that women did. So she's the person I most admire.
I would say other than my mother, probably my grandmother and my aunt. I was surrounded by strong women growing up. My grandmother lost her husband at a young age and had to raise her own siblings on her own. Same thing with my aunt. So again, being surrounded by people who overcame obstacles, who kept moving, kept going on, was a huge influence. I would say other than that, I grew up in the late 70s and early 80s, and I liked to play sports. I was an athlete, and women's sports at the time probably, weren't as popular as they are today. And it was just inspiring, I guess, to see some people who were rising to the top. They were on the scene. Some of the ones I remember most, just admiring all that they had gone through.
I would say my mom. I guess that's a cliche answer. But when I was younger, she got sick with cancer. And just seeing her go through that and the struggles, but also like being there for our family and staying strong, definitely made me who I am today.
Well, obviously my mom. She is a very strong, independent woman, and her best friend, Lori Scott, she's also very strong and independent, and all of my female college professors, Dr. Browder, Dr. Haynes.
Okay. And then, how do you try to make a positive influence on young ladies at our school or in your life?
I try to make sure to let all the young ladies at Henderson County High School know that they can go farther in their education. They can be strong, independent, and to quote one of my students in there, I don't need no man.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
How do you try to make a positive influence on young ladies at our school?
Well, actually, it's quite simple. I teach science, which is not necessarily considered a female occupation, but most science teachers are females. But what we don't see a lot of is we don't see a lot of girls going into STEM careers, science and math and technology. And so I try to push as many young ladies as possible toward those type of careers, especially because a lot of us have that kind of brain and we think that way to begin with. So yeah, I try to do that and influence as many children as possible to enter science, math, technology, those kinds of careers, because those are not careers that a lot of women hold.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you.
Thank you to all the teachers who shared with us.
And the Wimbledon champion of 2015, Serena Williams.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies.
Serena Williams,
you may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I rise. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides. Just like hope springing high, still, I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes? Shoulders falling down like teardrops, weaned by my soulful cries. Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of a slave. I rise. I rise. I rise.
You've got the power
with Scott and Sauer.
Time for Sports Update.
Welcome back to Sports Update. I'm Brecken Sauer.
And I'm Isaiah Scott.
March is upon us, and yes, it is full of madness.
We've had some major upsets in the tournament, including Kentucky being beat by St. Peter's in the first round. They definitely have put themselves on the map this year.
Yes, they have, Isaiah. with a shocking upset against 2nd seed Kentucky. St. Peter's also beat 7th seed Murray in a point-to-point game to move on to the Sweet 16.
Next, they'll play Purdue's 7-foot center and possibly make the story of David and Goliath become a reality.
As the tournament field narrowed to 16 teams, number 1 seeded Baylor, a pair of number 2 seeds Kentucky and Auburn, and a couple of number 3 seeds Wisconsin and Tennessee were punched out over the weekend.
Some underdogs stand out amongst the crowd as well. In the East, we have the number 8 seed North Carolina beating Baylor 93-86. They will be playing UCLA on March 25th.
Number 15 seed St. Peter's beat Murray State 60-70 and will move on to play number 3 seed Purdue on March 25th.
In the South, we have the 11th seed Michigan beating Tennessee 76-68. They will be moving on to play the number 2 seed Villanova on March 24th.
In the Midwest, we have number 11 seed Iowa State beating number 3 seed Wisconsin 59-54. Iowa State will be moving on and playing another underdog in the Midwest, number 10 seed Miami.
Now for some NFL updates.
There have been some crazy trades. This Monday, Falcons traded their starting quarterback Matt Ryan to Colts for a 3rd-round pick.
That's crazy. The Packers traded Devontae Adams to the Raiders for a 1st-round pick and a 2nd-round draft pick.
The Colts have traded Carson Wentz to the Commanders for a 2022 3rd-round pick, a 2023 3rd-round pick, and if that escalates to a 2nd-rounder if Carson Wentz plays 70% of the snaps.
Amari Cooper has been traded by the Dallas Cowboys to the Cleveland Browns. The Cowboys traded Cooper and a 6th-round pick to the Browns for the 22 5th-round pick and the 6th-round pick.
This might be one of the worst NFL trades I've ever seen, in my opinion. They decided to get rid of their number 1 receiver instead of the running back that is since 2019. Ezekiel Elliott has just gone from to franchise. No, it's terrible.
Franchise running back to scrub.
Terrible to
Scrub.
high school football level. And
Mediocre.
breaking news: Tyreek Hill just got traded to the Dolphins for 6 draft picks. 6.
As of like an hour ago.
And Joey is very mad because Devontae Adams got traded for the Raiders for a 2nd-round pick and a 6th-round pick. So, shout out Joey.
Yeah, shout out Joey.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Sports Update where the Cowboys killed their team again. Tune in next week to hear more about March Madness and our school sports such as softball and track. I'm Brecken Sauer.
And I'm Isaiah Scott.
Hi, I'm Marcus.
I'm Dalton.
We're back with another food review. This time we're talking about donuts.
What's better, Golden Glaze or Donut Bank?
Golden Glaze.
Say it loud.
Golden Glaze. You're fat, Ricky. Donut Bank. Your opinion.
Donut Bank? What do you got?
Donut Bank.
Golden Glaze. Golden Glaze. Golden Glaze. Donut Bank. Golden Glaze. Donut Bank. Donut Bank.
I already said it.
Donut Bank.
Golden Glaze.
Golden Glaze.
Golden Glaze.
Donut Bank.
What do you think? I've never tried Golden Glaze.
Golden Glaze. Golden Glaze, bro.
He said Golden Glaze. You know what it is. What is that? What do you got? Golden Glaze? What about you? Golden Glaze.
Oh yeah,
What do you
Golden
got?
Glaze. Yeah.
Golden Glaze. Golden Glaze or Donut
Golden
Bank?
Glaze. Golden Glaze. Golden Glaze.
Golden Glaze.
All right. So.
Golden Glaze. Golden Glaze. Donut Bank. Golden Glaze. Donut Bank. I don't eat donuts. Donut Bank. Donut Bank.
Word.
I've never been to either of those places.
Golden Glaze.
What you?
Donut Bank. Golden Glaze.
Golden Glaze.
Donut Bank. Golden Glaze. No,
Golden Glaze.
listen. Because their cookies are supreme. They're so good. They're so good.
What's better, Golden Glaze or Donut Bank?
Donuts suck.
So now we've heard what you guys have to say. Join us next week when we do a blind taste test of some of these donuts.
Now here's Joey to talk to a member of the academic team.
So tell me about your experience with academic team at State and just the overall past 4 years.
So something that I love about academic team is the community involved. So all of my team has gotten to make friends all across the state, and we have each other to support. And it's just been a wonderful time working towards the same thing and end up winning quick recall. So it was just a wonderful weekend, and we met so many amazing people.
What would you say is your favorite part from this last weekend at the competition?
I think my favorite part was everybody coming together at the end and cheering us on, and just really feeling that support all across the state.
And what math equation did you have to do that you solved to help win the team round?
So I had to take a derivative using the chain rule, which is something my coach taught me how to do. So shout out Brian Sullivan.
How does it feel to have such a legacy in your family, from having Jacob Latimer to now having you here with academic? Do you feel like Jessie has some pressure on her to go up in this school, or do you think she's got it?
Well, I've always lived with Jacob's shadow, so she'll just go above us, and both of us stand on her shoulders.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats again to the academic team.
Up next, we have another installment of What's in the Box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
All right, Yusuf, you got to guess what's in the box, man.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, you're already touching it.
I mean, like, kind of like take it off and touch it, like without looking at it.
No.
Legos? It's like puzzle pieces or Legos?
I don't know.
Puzzle pieces. Come on. It's definitely Legos. It's got that little, like that jingle to it, you know? Puzzle pieces.
Okay.
Puzzle pieces. What is it?
I don't know.
Can I open it?
No.
So then tell me what it is.
I don't know what it is.
How do you not know what it is?
Mr. Fish didn't tell me. I'm gonna come back and tell you if you're right or not.
It's like some plastic. Has pieces.
Yeah.
Is it pieces to a game?
A lamp?
A game.
Yeah, that's some Legos.
Oh no.
You're all wrong.
Open it.
It's one of those little toys with like the train tracks that you put together.
Like Tommy?
Just open it. It's a puzzle, bro.
No, they're seashells.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are seashells.
I agree.
They're seashells.
I agree.
They're seashells. Not him sniffing it.
Seashells.
Open it.
It's seashells.
You cannot open it.
Oh, where do we know? Where you going?
I sniffed it. It's seashells. Hold on. Let me get another one.
You sniffed it. What still?
It's seashells.
I don't know what it is.
It's something that rolls. It's like a bunch of pencils.
Nice.
Pencils.
Either colored pencils or crayons.
It's Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Logs.
Can I open it?
No.
Are you just asking what it is? It's game pieces.
I don't know what it is.
Sounds like a puzzle, like puzzle pieces, I think.
What's in it? Do I have to look?
You can shake it. No, you don't have to look.
Legos. It's Legos.
Pencils, Legos.
Legos. No. Sounds like Legos. Is it right?
No.
Thank you for watching this week's Powder Puffed episode of Colonel Cast News. We'll be back next week with even more about what's going on in your world.
Please be sure to follow @ColonelCast on Instagram and Facebook. We'd love to hear your feedback and ideas on what we should talk about or investigate.
Make sure to check out the Colonel Journal at colonelcast.net if you haven't, and give us feedback if you like free candy.
I love free candy.
I want candy. Do. Anyways.
To those of you who have given feedback, thank you. And please know, we haven't forgotten about the candy.
You haven't given them candy yet? That is abuse.
Unacceptable.
Also, we'll have another issue of Colonel Journal coming out soon.
Until next time, stay safe, County, and have a great weekend.
This is the Colonel Cast, signing out. or Frida Kahlo?
This month, we not.
Did I say that wrong?
It's Kahlo.
Kahlo, okay, that's why I had to. Okay. Or Frida Kahlo, right? Okay. Or Frida Kahlo.
This month, we not only celebrate Kahlo. It's spelled out. It's not even like spelled. Yeah.
Yeah, but I keep forgetting. Okay. Can you just put B-roll and we start over right there? The month of March has come around, which means it's time to celebrate Women's History Month. I couldn't. Yeah. When you think of women who have changed the course of history.
What is the deal?
It's just the part. Can I be number 2?
Sure.
Okay.